Hi. Welcome to another vlog that I did not film talking at all in because I'm a genius. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. Giving you context for all this footage that I have that I did not provide previously. Why do I do that? I don't know. Anyways, also sorry about the weird lighting. It's the best we could do. it's the best we could do right now. There's like books in frame. Maybe I can get those out. Yeah, I've got a little whatever's left of this coffee I made too. But anyways, let's jump into it. I have my my script right here. Don't mind that. Anyways, first and foremost, step one, I had to reread the novel to figure out what I had to fix. I also had to do this to make sure that the story flowed well, because I added so much new stuff in this version that I kind of like did not write in order. I kind of just wrote the scenes and then put them in where I thought they would work. So I had to make sure that they actually worked there with the scenes that were around it. Also, this is a big one, I had to make sure to catch as many, if not all, the typos in the manuscript, because if you were here previously, you would know that I wrote this book by hand and then I typed it all up, and that led to an insane amount of typos. So I tried my hardest to find every single typo I could in the printed version, so I could change them in the computer version, which I don't even know if I caught all of them. I'm hoping I did because there was a lot, but who knows? Who knows? But I did not film this entire process, so it's very short in this video. The footage that you do see is what I chronicled on Instagram, which link in description if you want to follow me. But I use Instagram as a sort of like accountability buddy to like keep me working, keep me motivated. People view my story, and if I don't follow through, people are gonna be like, what happened? And that's embarrassing. So Instagram stories are my accountability buddy, and they help me get through stuff like this. Okay, but once that was done, which didn't take long at all, it was a very fun read, by the way. I had a lot of fun reading it. I felt like it was an actual story. like you actually get taken on a journey, and it was a lot of fun. Might just be me and my delirium, but I think it was a fun story. Anyways, after that, the real work begins, and the first task was to put all the changes that I had written down in the printed document into the computer document. And if you've been with this channel for a while, or if you like watching my old content for whatever reason, you would know that I've done this before. I did this forever ago with a different draft of this story, and it was incredibly tedious then, and it was incredibly tedious now. So clearly I didn't learn my lesson, but it is the easiest way for me to pick out issues, so I don't think we have another choice. I think this is it. This is all we got. And technically, it takes a lot of time, but there's not a lot of effort involved because past me already did all the work. Like, all the hard stuff is done. Now I'm just like translating it into a different format. So like, can I really complain? Can we really complain? And okay, so this was pretty simple, you know. It did take a while, like I said, it's a very time-consuming task, because you have to like look down and then figure out what you need to change, find that on the doc, and then change it, and then keep going, and it's over and over and over for 400 pages, which is just so awesome. But it's over, it's done, moving on. Now it was time to do the things that past me didn't want to do. Hate her for that. This was like the harder stuff, the stuff that needed to be figured out a little more in depth than I wanted to at the time. These were like new scenes, moving around scenes. I had a entire storyline that I needed to redo because of a plot hole that I made for myself because I'm so smart. And then like some lighter rewrites that I just didn't want to do before. Now it was time to do all that, which is my like least favorite part. The whole writing process. I literally hate just going through and doing the last few like rewriting steps. They're so I dread them. Nonetheless, we chipped away at those, and this probably took the most time out of all these steps. Once again, because I just don't like doing it. So I pushed it to the side every single time, and I was like, oh, I'll do it in a little bit. I'll do it in a little bit. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know why I don't like it. Probably because I know I am so close to being done that I just want to be done, but there's this one wall left in the way, and that's probably the only reason why, which you would think that I would just do the rewriting part first so I can get it out of the way, then have all the easiest stuff be last. But I'm not the brightest. So, you know, maybe I won't learn that lesson either. But finally finished that up after forever. and the draft was done. The draft was complete. Oh, I literally never thought I would be able to say that. Never thought the end of draft 3 would come. It felt like every time I thought I was done, the finish line moved forward a couple dozen feet. But it is done. It is complete. I can say for sure that I have finished draft 3, which, wow. Finally, honestly. But now it was time to format draft 3 for printing, which I did not bring that with me. I'm gonna go find that. Tight squeeze down here, man. Okay, my mother had it because she's reading it while I let it rest in my head. But anyways, I do have a video where I kind of detail how I format my books. I've gotten a lot of questions about it, so I did put it in my video about printing out draft 2. I will link that here if you want to know how I format. It's not very fancy. I literally just format it in Google Docs. Basic formatting, nothing fancy, nothing cute, literally just so I can read the book. And at this point, with how many times I've formatted this to get it printed, this process is pretty straightforward for me, nothing crazy. I know the first time I did a lot of tweaking and tried to figure out everything, but now it's just rearranging the chapters, reformatting the margins and everything, making sure you have page numbers, don't forget the page numbers, and that's it. So, pretty quick little format for this one, and then I sent it over to Lulu Express to get it printed, which this is not sponsored. This is not sponsored. I just really like how the prints come out, and I've used them for the past 2 drafts, so why would I switch it up, you know? Also, side note, I ordered my book immediately after I put the end at the bottom of the draft. Like, literally, I feel like 20 minutes maybe passed from the end to order confirmed. Like, I am done. I want this book in my hands now. But the work is not yet complete. We're not done. Now it was time to get stuff ready for betas. Oh my god, terrifying. But this time I did decide to do a much more relaxed beta send out. If you were here a couple years ago, no, not last year, it had to be a couple years ago, I don't know, a while ago, when I finished draft 2 and I got betas for that, I went a little over the top. Go big or go home, you know how it is. And I got like 30 people to read the book. That was a lot. That was a lot to take in. And I decided I'm not going to do that again, especially when the story is so undercooked. It was a very undercooked draft that I sent out, and I'm hoping this one, draft 3, is a little well done. A little cooked, a little more cooked. Maybe got a little brown edges, you know? Okay. But I'm not gonna send it out to 30 people again to find out. Instead, I have like 6 to 8 people. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it's like 8 people that have the draft. Right now, actually, because I finished this a while ago. I finished this like a month ago. Oops. They have the draft right now, including my mom. I really don't need the feedback back until the end of my semester, which is like December 15th or something. So they've got time. They've got time, and I've got time to just sit here and chill and not think about book 1 of this series, even though I really want to. And this time around with the beta readers, I'm really only looking for big, like, overall story feedback. I feel like, knock on wood, that I have a pretty good story down now. Don't want to jinx it, but I just want to know if it actually works. Like last time, I feel like I got a little overconfident. I was asking a little more specific questions than I should have, because the story wasn't very good. I should have just been looking for overall story things, and I was looking at more of the details, and that didn't matter because now the book is like completely different. So I'm remaining humble. Just looking for big story things. I just want to make sure that this book is readable and enjoyable to other people, because Lord knows I enjoy it. But to everyone else, like, what? I don't want to just be the only person on this team, you know? But anyways, by this point in the vlog, all that was left for me to do was wait for my printed copy to come into the mail, which is like the worst waiting game of all time. I hate it. Every time that I get it printed out, I'm like, I need it like just teleported into my hands immediately. I need this. But luckily this time around, the day after I ordered it, my family and I were going on vacation, so I had a little bit of a distraction from it, and I was hoping it would come in either while we were on vacation or a little bit after. It did end up coming in a little after, but still, definitely beats just sitting at home or working and just thinking about my book constantly. But you guys are seeing my little vacation montage right now, and this trip was so much fun. It was just a little chill thing. We weren't doing anything like crazy touristy. We just kind of wanted to enjoy northern Arizona, you know? It's pretty up there. It's beautiful. We learned a lot. We went to the observatory that's up there, which we go to a lot because it's fun. And we went on this like spiritual tour kind of thing, because where we went, there's a lot of spiritual connections to like the land. So we learned a lot about that. It was fun. I really liked it. And it's cool up there. It's not really cool where we live yet. It was just nice weather up there. I got to wear sweaters. I got to just not sweat constantly. And I drank a lot of coffee. Everywhere we went, I was like, I need a nice coffee now. And all of them were good. All of them were so good. Anyways, enough about the vacation. By the time we got back, a little bit after, I think like a couple days, it came in finally. I really like, not to toot my own horn, but I really like the cover design I did for this book. I do have the cover for book 2 done in the same sort of design, so maybe when I finish the 0 draft I would get it printed. Probably not. I'll probably wait until draft 1 to get it printed in the same sort of design, but I mean, you're watching it right now. Hopefully you see the cover at this point, but I just like this cover. I like the cover. I like the glitch effect. I think it really fits with the story. None of the images really go with the story, except for like I have these rings that I designed for the enemy group. The raccoon on there is a sort of inside joke within the book and my friends, my writer friends, and everything else is kind of just random things that I squeezed in. It's my favorite cover thus far for this book. Here it is in its full beautiful glory. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw this forever ago, but I finally got it printed out. This will forever be on the covers because it is the logo for Violet. Like, this is their logo. On the back too, I don't know if you guys can read that, it's really small, but I had to write a new little blurb for the back because I had changed the book. And I forgot about that until I was sending it off to get printed. I was like, oh no, I need to write a new back. So I kind of whipped that up a little fast. I think it sounds okay. I think it definitely sounds more interesting than the one that I had before. So, you know, can't complain. But here's what it looks like on the inside. Nice and simple. I made the font a little smaller just to make it look more book-like. Here she is. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part of the whole writing process. Is getting it printed out and seeing it. Look at her. She's gorgeous. She's 423 pages, which is shorter than draft 2, which I was hoping for. Draft 2 was too much. Draft 2 was too much. I think this one is like 10 times better than draft 2. So hopefully my betas like it. Hopefully my mom likes it. I can't wait for December 15th, when I can crack this open myself and get rereading. Anyways, that is it for me. She's on to the next chapter. She's getting read by people other than me for the first time in like literally years. I think it's been 2. I can't remember if it's been a year or 2. I think it's been 2. I am working on book 2 for NaNoWriMo. If you guys didn't watch my Nano video, I will have a Preptober video out about that soon, hopefully. And then nano vlogs for the story itself. So yeah, I'll have book 2 videos out for Project What in the next coming months, and you won't see her, nor will I, until December, which is so scary. Say goodbye to the Project What vlogs for a little bit and say hello to Project Moss, which is book 2. Anyways, enough rambling. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. How is writing going for you? How's life? Anything, everything, clearly. Mine hasn't been going too bad. I am so happy that this is finally done. But how is writing going for you? How are your projects? Any fun milestones hit lately? Any fun goals? What are you doing for Nano? If you are doing Nano, let me know. Everything, anything and everything in the comments. And I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.